Hairh.
I have a problem, and I'm ashamed to admit it. I don't know how to draw hair. Yes, I said it. I don't know how to draw it. I don't know why it's so difficult for me to comprehend hair. And I feel like me avoiding it is gonna affect me in becoming a better artist. It limits what I can draw. I can only draw bald characters. And mostly men. I'm not saying that there aren't any bald women out there. I'm just saying I'm limiting myself, and that's not okay. That's what this video is about. Me learning how to draw hair. Hope you enjoy. Thank you for watching. For the start of this challenge, you can say, because I have zero experience with drawing hair, I watched an artist with more experience than me. I watched a video by How to Draw Like Sir. The video was pretty good. It wasn't a tutorial, you may say. It was more like he was telling you rules you need to follow, which was okay for me because I didn't want to get overwhelmed with too much information at once and not learn anything. So for the first day, I did what I can do with my current skill level with hair. I implemented what he said from the video to the page. I'm not just gonna watch YouTube. I'm also gonna be learning from this book I have. If you follow me, you know what book I'm talking about. It's by Taco. I'm gonna be following book 2 specifically. And if you want to learn anatomy or the human body, you should get these books. I can't recommend them more. It's just amazing books. They come in pairs of 2, so you won't get just one. You'll get 2 of them. But yeah, for the book, the hair is always gonna follow gravity, which now that I say it out loud, it makes sense, but I wouldn't have thought of that. It wouldn't be in my head when I'm drawing the hair, but now every time I draw hair, I'm gonna be thinking it's always gonna go down. It's always gonna follow gravity. You can also see the embarrassing amount of time it took me just to draw 5 heads. I really did struggle in drawing the hair in all the different angles. It was just so hard. I can't just practice and copy the book. I have to put that practice into action, and that's what I did for today. I wasn't picky with the references. I just picked 9 images. I think 4 for men and 4 for women. And I noticed a couple of things. I struggle with doing long hair, long flowy hair. And it's good that I caught that early on. After drawing the heads, I watched another video by another YouTuber, BNG Studios. I'm not familiar with them. I clicked on their video because their thumbnail looked pretty cool. And I liked the way they drew hair in their thumbnail, so I clicked it. From the video, I learned 2 things. First is to split the head into 3 sections, front, back, and side. This was a game changer. At this point in time, I was having difficulty really knowing where the hairline started. The second thing I learned was ribbons. Treat the hair as ribbons. And with those 2 new things learned in my arsenal now, I try to put that into action. I got a couple of reference in Pinterest and try to really nail where the hairline and the flow of the hair, because I have this habit of doing too much detail with long hair especially, and it's very frustrating. But it was a very productive day, and moving forward, hair gets a little easier to draw. Not by a lot, but still helps. I returned back to the book, which is good because if you remember, I said that I was struggling in doing the hair. I made it too messy. The book said to start off with simple shapes, simplify it as much as possible, then you add detail, which it makes sense, but you can see right here, I still struggled with it. I have to work on that, but that did help. Just having it in words and understanding it really does help. Another very important thing I learned is where to start the hair. The hair doesn't start right in the middle of the skull. It's slightly back from the middle of the skull. And everything from that point goes outwards. Today is another day, and I watched a video from another YouTuber by Mark Brunette. And let me tell you something. For being a bald man, he knows a lot of good stuff about hair. This one was the most I got out of. I got a refresher on how to do hairlines and how to treat hair like ribbons. And another thing I learned is that there's 3 ways to part hair: to split it down the middle, to the side in a zigzag motion, and bangs. Bangs can make the hair look more interesting. But if not, the most important thing I learned, this whole video was from him, and it was hair should follow the same shape language. Which means if you have spiky hair and then down in the bottom you have long flowy hair, that kills the shape language. And knowing that was eye opening. My hair, the way I drew hair here was amazing. These are all from my imagination. I used no references. I was so satisfied with this page. I felt amazing. And another piece of important information I learned is less is more with hair. Don't over detail. Keep it simple, stupid. Kiss. I live my life by those words. So once again, gotta put that practice into action. So I drew 9 heads, and at this point in time, I was very comfortable in drawing short hair, especially men's hair. So I just knocked this out the park, man. It was just smooth sailing this whole day. And you notice that drawing 9 heads now with hair, it's like nothing. This took me like 30 minutes around there. If you go back, just drawing 5 heads with hair took me like 30 minutes. So this is a great improvement. You can really see me improving a lot. And because I drew all men yesterday, I gotta give some love to the women. And if you thought I did good yesterday and it was smooth sailing, well, I was wrong, dead wrong. Because drawing women's hair, I still struggle with flowy hair. I try to really get the flowy motion to it, but it was difficult for me. They turned out great. You can see by the time it took me longer to draw these long flowy hairs. Going back to the book, this one I could have skipped this page, but I just did it anyways. It was about that the more cartoony the drawing is, the larger the space of the root part of the hair creates by the parting. Which is just saying, if you want to have that sexy Leonardo DiCaprio hair from Titanic and your style is more cartoony, just emphasize the root parting. But the real important thing I learned that day is to create more volume and make it look more full. Increase the distance between the skull and the hairline and the top of the hair. You wouldn't think it would change anything, but it changes a lot. It makes it look like a whole different hairstyle. Just changing the distance affects it that much. It's pretty amazing. You can also change the different hairstyle without lengthening the width of the hair by changing the hair's distance from the forehead or the back of the head. Once again, I'm still impressed that just moving the hair away from your forehead or the back of your neck changes it so much that it looks like a whole completely different hairstyle. It's crazy. Also, when drawing a hairstyle with a lot of volume, make sure the most outer point stays a consistent distance from the scalp on different angles. Okay, here's day 1 of doing hair. I don't like that I put a lot of emphasis on like his face and his clothes because it's about hair. So I feel like that distracts from everything. But I digress. Right here, I'm gonna draw what I learned in these past days. I'm gonna draw it here. I think I'm gonna do the same reference picture. I'll put the reference picture up right here. I'm gonna cover this up with a sheet of paper or something because I don't want to like get distracted with it. So it's gonna be like a whole new perspective of me using everything I learned, the how the hairline works, how hair works, how it flows down, and everything like that. Uh, I'm gonna try to also like what I did here, do the face and all of that in the clothes here. But yeah, here we go. That's what you're about to see. To hand it off, and let's see how much I improve in these couple of days. Let's go. I want to end pretty strong. I wanted to have a good ending of this video, and I like took my time with this. I had the same reference image, same person, same everything. I don't know. It's up to you guys to tell me if I improve or stay the same because honestly, it's hard for me to tell. They look pretty similar. I guess that's what happens when you use the same reference image. Once again, it's up to you guys. As I always say, this isn't the end. I'm gonna keep practicing hair. This is just a jumping off point, just to start it off. I just want to say thank you very much for making it this far, and it will mean so much to me if you leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. I am trying to reach 1,000 followers by the end of the year, and I also want to say that I have a couple big videos planned for the future, so I think I won't be able to like make as many long form videos as I want to right now. But the good thing is I have other videos up in my page right now that you can go watch. They're all pretty amazing. So yeah, but the videos I'm gonna be working on are like the scale of them are big. That's all I want to say. Yeah, like I said, please help me reach my goal of 1,000 followers by the end of the year. And remember, always be creating. Bye.
Skateboarding Bigfoot Studios.